Welcome back everyone to my read-through of Berserk. So, last time we finished off the battle for Doldry. We got a resounding victory for the Band of the Hawks, for Casca, for Griffith, and for Guts, and everybody else. It was all great. Nosferatu Zod appeared right at the very end to kind of give Guts some sort of, I would say, divine intervention, because obviously Guts was losing in his fight against I don't even remember his name. All of the super brute large warriors in this manga that is obviously just cannon fodder for Guts. At the end of the day, I'm just gonna be honest, like, they just fizzle out and just blend together into like one caricature. Like, are they even a character at this point? But we left with Nosferatu Zod saying that the eclipse will soon come and the demon advent approaches. Now I know what that means. I know what the eclipse is going to be about, and we are getting closer to it, which is both equally terrifying and equally exciting, because after the eclipse, that is where my truly blind adventure with Berserk begins. So I'm eagerly anticipating that moment, but I am also dreading that I have to, I guess, relive the eclipse. But the battle is over, the battle is won. What about the war though? But either way, we continue on with our journey. So, a panel of Berserk, a panel of Guts and Casca in the snow, setting up our next chapters. Triumphant Return. Griffith has done very well for himself these years since he appeared in Midland. His ambition is outrageous, heedless of his own social standing, unparalleled impudence. Doldry has fallen. The war, which has gone on for so long, will end for now. It's 100 Years' War, right? It's certain that he will try to assert himself even within our kingdom's government. How could some upstart knight who knows nothing but combat be able to govern anything? But his popularity amongst the people these days is tremendous. Even His Majesty seems to have an extreme amount of confidence in him. I do love how we are opening this, like the paneling and the choices of the images on display, like this image of what I can only describe as a devilish feature as this conversation is going on. Really good, setting up all of the subtle tone of what is to come, right? According to information I have obtained, due to the Band of the Hawks' success in capturing Doldry, His Majesty plans to grant Griffith the position of general. Indeed, His Majesty will also grant the White Title, the supreme rank of the Midland Army shared by the White Tigers and White Dragons, to him and his band. Ludicrous! Is that credible, Minister? Yes. It is from a reliable source. How could this be? In that case, his political authority will inevitably see substantial growth. This means, after all, that he is a bit too bereft of discretion to survive within the castle. Now, are they implying the Queen Mother when they're talking about credible information or a reliable source? Because the paneling is kind of showcasing the I guess a statue or the casket of what I can only describe as a royal female character lying in prayer. But Minister Foss, by what means shall we? Antiaris, an instantly deadly poison. We will put this in his goblet while he enjoys the victory celebration. But is this really safe? What of the off chance our scheme comes to light? You needn't worry. Even if a mistake is made, such a thing would never happen. First off, we will not have any direct involvement, but have no fear. It is her, isn't it? I mean, who else would know the intentions of the king if not for the one closest to him? I really love this design, but it's also like screaming evil stepmother, evil queen vibes. Like it is straight up just telling you like, yeah, there's no way this person can be good. No, I may be judgmental on this, but like sometimes character designs speak for themselves. This is one of those moments where, yeah. Even if what you suggest were to happen, I would see it settled privately. I promise it. Oh my. With an assurance such as that from the Queen, we have nothing to fear. Take heed, all of you, while this plot will ensure hereafter that the security of your social standings will no longer be threatened by this man. It also exists in order to pluck this parasite, who would eventually infect even the rule of our kingdom, from the lion's body before the disease spreads. I am not about to allow the long and glorious history of Midland's rule to be trampled upon by this lowly commoner from who knows where. For the sake of the kingdom, and for all that is just. Naturally, you are correct. We too value patriotism above all. I was aware of the confidential information that the Queen and General Julius were involved in a love affair unbeknownst to his... Whoa. I see. It was wise of me to plant the idea that General Julius's death was a plot designed by Griffith, but to think that she would go so far as to volunteer to lead this plan. Okay, so she's okay. Okay. So even though that she is in a love affair, which obviously very bad, but she is doing all of this, she is allowing this ploy to assassinate Griffith is because of her knowledge that Griffith is probably the one who killed Julius, which, I mean, not entirely wrong, but... No. Yeah. From their perspective, it's not wrong because that is exactly what happened. General Julius died because of orders from Griffith. Now, to be fair, General Julius was the one who wanted to kill Griffith in the first place, so it's all back and forth assassinations. But what I'm trying to say is that she isn't inherently evil. Like, she has a reason why she wanted to do all this, obviously for revenge, but I think it's revenge that I can say is somewhat justifiable. In terms of like, yeah, she wants revenge for the death of her beloved, even though it's kind of an affair, but still. Wouldn't say that she is entirely wrong. So sorry, wouldn't say that she is entirely correct, right? Because she wants to help someone who we as a reader know is someone who is bad, but in this case, Griffith is supposed to be the good guy. For now, at least. Like he is still supposed to be like an average normal human being with god complexes and tendencies to rule the world, but still. It was right to me to plant the idea that General Julius's death was a plot designed by Griffith, but to think that she would go so far as to volunteer to lead this plan. I feel like there's more though, right? There is more. Like there's other ulterior motive for her to do this. Julius. His Majesty made a good king, but not a good husband. The burden of ruling the kingdom must weigh heavily upon him. Therefore, as one man had no time to give to his family. Seeing a pattern here of what happened before during the Black Swordsman arc, during the Guardians of Desire more specifically, right? And this is also very typical with a lot of stories that involves, war, the soldier, in this case the king, who goes off their duty and almost neglecting their family, and in this case their most beloved, their loved one, their significant other, and then the significant other then goes on an affair because it's usual typical stuff. No, perhaps that was an escape from sorrow over the death of the former queen. And that I forgot that the queen isn't really she wasn't the king's first wife, right? Yeah. Okay. I forgot about that detail. No, perhaps that was an escape from sorrow over the death of the former queen, said to be the one and only woman he loved. I have, in the same way, publicly, faithfully fulfilled my role as His Majesty's Queen these 10 odd years. As all had hoped, under the guise of a political marriage, I conveniently entered this kingdom as the Queen of Midland rather than the king's wife. That has been my disposition towards my weak, loving husband. Okay. The reason I would give my body to him was not love. These stone walls and marble floors were too cold for me to endure. As a lone woman in an unknown foreign land, more than love, I wanted to succumb to a simple burning desire, the Guardians of Desire. But now that it's lost, I first understand just how much I resided within the warmth of the skin of that man with whom I shared no emotion. I was in love. I loved him. I will never forgive you, Griffith. Not as the Queen of Midland, but as a woman, will I take my revenge. Yeah, again. She's not evil, She has her reasons. See, with Julius, fully understandable that we as a reader can pretty much hate him because he was written to be that way, right? Julius was written to be an opposition for Griffith because Julius didn't trust him and he wants him gone. Like, that was his only major reason, right? His own major motivation and all that stuff. The Queen is entirely different. The Queen just wants revenge because we killed Julius. Granted, Julius is a bad person, he's a bad guy for us, but the Queen isn't really a bad guy for us, right? It's only through our actions that we made an enemy of the Queen. And now we are in this political entanglement of like, yeah, she's now an obstacle, but we kind of created that obstacle in the first place. It's kind of a domino effect. Again, my first early impression of the Queen was that, yeah, the Queen is a bad guy. But now it's more so, the Queen is a bad guy because of our actions, right? We created the Queen's hatred towards us, so oops. Now then, everyone, as evidence of our patriotism and mutual confidence, if you would seal this blood oath. Beautiful shot of like the crowd coming in as I would assume Griffith and the Band of the Hawk coming in. Also, I'll go back for a bit. Would want to comment on the use of the devil imagery once again when they are discussing Griffith, right? I will never forgive you, Griffith, and then they show the statue of the devil. Or a monster, at least. Very on the nose. Okay. The Band of the Hawk comes in, clapping, cheering, Griffith! Oh wow, were there this many people in Windham? Gorkas. getting all of that praise. Hulk Hogan. I love that the translator has to add in Hulk Hogan for those who don't know. Yeah, the reference. Okay. Pippin. Pippin with all of the little children. I love that. I love how it's a trope, but I love it. I love it when the big strong guy gets along with a lot of the little children, because the big strong guy also has a big heart. Like it's a very stereotypical character, and I love it. I love that. Oh shit. Miss Casca, look this way, miss. All of the women, they are gay for her. Give me a break. It's the Raiders, there's Captain Guts. I heard he beat General Boscone. Boscone, that's the name. He's the mightiest warrior in the Hawks. Well, not for much longer since he's about to go. This is amazing. I've never seen a welcome this big for a victory. Why don't you try having once, Captain? Waving. Why don't you try waving once, Captain? You're the hero this time after all. Captain? What's the matter? You're spacing out, and you look upset. Nah, it's nothing. You know, nobody even imagined all this 3 years ago. How true that is. I will get my own kingdom. Nobody but him. Absolutely. Incredible. Here he comes, your highness, come quick! My Lord Griffith is so popular, the women are making such a fuss. Well then, that's getting a bit too familiar to him, I'd say. Please keep still, your highness, your dress. Oh, hurry up, hurry up. Tell me, does this look strange? No, it becomes you. This is your 5th dress now, highness. Hurry, hurry, he's passing by. Wait. The princess cheered up so suddenly, and yet she's hardly had any appetite since the band of the hawk was deployed. Aww. All the maids, absolutely supportive of her. Lord Griffith! Ignored. Oh, pooh. That's impossible amidst all this noise. Please wait until the victory ball. But she's in the castle. I mean, like, okay, amidst all of the maddening crowd, okay, yeah, sure, but you are in the castle, though. Like, if anything, you are pretty easy to spot if Griffith just looks to the side, you know? So I do wonder if Griffith is intentionally not looking at the castle here. I don't know. Playing hard to get, perhaps? Maybe he does know that Charlotte is there, but he just decided not to look at her. Just to make her crave for him more. How goes the plan? All is in place, Majesty. If everything goes well, we should all hold a banquet. A banquet in memoriam of him. It's an irony. The white hawk of the battlefield will meet his death within the stone walls of this birdcage, although he gets to die on the best day of his life. That, at least, is merciful. Minister Foss, what is it? This was addressed to you, sir. A letter? From whom, pray tell? The sender is unknown. It was simply passed on to me by a lady of the court. Is it Griffith? What is it, Mr. Foss? No, it is nothing at all. As sweat drips down from his head. Nothing at all. My apologies, but a small matter has arisen, so I must excuse myself. Until later. Off he goes. Even the queen is like, something's wrong here. Why? How? How did this happen? You bastard! He knows. He knows. Of course Griffith knows. He has his ways. I love how we cut that. I love how Miura cuts from Minister Foss saying like, how does he know? How does he know, that bastard? And then cuts straight to Griffith. Like there is no mention of Griffith in the dialogue, but the heavy implication that Griffin knows through the manga panel, through the images, through the pages, that's great. That is the end of the of Triumphant Return. Okay, moving on. And now we are in the ball. Oh, look, it's Lord Griffith, a troop from the Band of the Hawk. They were the leads in this victory. They're Midland's guardian deities. Moment of glory, man. Everybody's dripped out. Holy shit. So this is where all the tax money from the masses ends up. Talk about showy. That's so embarrassing. Come on, stick your chest out. They know if you ain't sure of yourself. You know what, though? It feels like we finally made it here. But you're right. We really have. To be standing here in a kind of in a kind of place I've only heard in fairy tales. It's like I'm dreaming or something. If I hadn't met up with the Hawks with Griffith, I never would have even thought of a dream like this. Being in a big castle hall surrounded by nobility. Yeah, you said it. And all of the girls comes in. Lord Griffith! Welcome home, thank goodness you're safe. I was so worried. They say the Band of the Hawk was actively involved again. Do tell me more. Would you dance with me later on? Me as well, please. On tales of battle rather barbaric and boring for ladies? Not at all, not at all. They're stimulating. Stimulating. Tales of battle and war and guts and death and gore and blood and killing. Stimulating? Well, I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of fucked up girls in this manga, so he's a natural, amazing. Send at least one this way. Oh man. You're the Band of Hawks commander. We want to hear your war stories. You must be very strong. Oh, well, you're right, actually. You're the one, aren't you? The captain of the raiders who beat General Boscone in single combat. Yeah. Whoa! And General Boscone was world-renowned for being such a hero. Guts is... Unfazed, he does not care. Leave me alone. I heard you also defeated 100 enemies by yourself. You really did that? Unbelievable. You are the strongest in the Band of the Hawk. I wondered who's stronger, him or Lord Griffith. You guys, take it from here. Yeah, leave it to us. That's selfish, Guts. Amazing muscles. Oh. And all of the praises continue. Meanwhile, all of the boys in the back. Well, isn't he festive? That's inner aggression, if I ever seen it. Yes. But I don't suppose the generals can fail to recognize the truth. The Band of the Hawks merit. With ease, they answered the prayer our kingdom has held dear for the past 100 years. You did well to speak up for him. Excellent foresight, Sullivan. I would stake out a share myself. Those are the words of some minister of state, Sir Owen. But, henceforth, that just may be necessary. The war will end. Would it be that the peace which will follow lasts for the time immemorial? But for better or worse, in a world of peace, warriors like us who live by the sword must also find a means of survival within this pleasant castle. And ironically, the same can be said of the very man who brought about that peace. He is too conspicuous to proceed peacefully and uneventfully inside the castle. The more radiant the light, the darker the shadows fall. All of that guts sits. Give me a freaking break. What the hell is this for? Honestly, Guts is kind of like me. For real. He's just like me for real. In a party, I would just sit on the sidelines. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait. If somebody comes in and drags me and like, hey, can you go here for a second and I need you for something, then I'll do it. But otherwise, I would just sit in the back and not really do anything. Speaking of, here comes Casca. Come here. Hey, what the play along? Pushy broad. Huh? And I don't think Guts even. Yeah. Okay. They refuse to leave me alone. Pretend you're with me for a bit. Whoa. Guts is like, oh my god, I've never seen her so beautiful before in my life. I swear, when it comes to those aristocratic prodigal sons, a female warrior must be a rarity, treating me like I'm some exotic beast. What's with you? Huh. I didn't know you were into... Normal women don't use their elbows. I bit my tongue. Come on, this is embarrassing. It's your fault, you know. And Judo notices them. This is so wholesome, I love it. Whew, I'm no good at this. I'm much more comfortable swinging a sword. You said it. What the heck happened to you, though? What made Big Sis Casca the demon go fluttering around like this? Cut the demon. I only dress like a man because it's easier to move around. It's not like I do it for kicks. Okay? But I guess I shouldn't try things I'm not used to. Revealing clothes like this make me feel like I'll catch a cold. Thinking about it, it's been years since I last wore a skirt, and I'm also much more muscular now. Does it look weird? You think? Nah, not a bit. You look pretty good. Guts with the Riz. Go get him! Go get him, Guts! Really? Yeah, you look a lot better than those noble girls flocking around Griffith. I agree. How about it? Why not ask him for a dance? No way. I couldn't. I've only ever danced at my village festival when I was a child. I'd probably step on his feet. Ah, I love it. I love how they're both more open with each other, especially after the events that happen in the cave. Right? Because before that, they are very distant and they just love to, fight with each other and all that stuff. And now it's like, yeah. Look, if I see Guts smiling, then I'm gonna be smiling, okay? If I see Guts smiling, if I see Casca smiling, then I'm gonna be smiling, okay? Their smiles are contagious. I love seeing them smile. Because I know that bad shit is gonna happen soon, but I'm gonna revel in with all of the peace and glory and all of the wholesome moments. But what happened that changed your attitude? You've never shown your face in a place like this. I thought I'd see it for myself. Huh? See what? The kingdom that Griffith once dreamed of? Or just the dream itself? What it feels like to be nobility? What it feels like to be at peace? Away from your sword, your comfort? Everything Griffith, myself, and everyone else has done these past 3 years since I met you all. All the things he managed to get so far, and all he's going to try to get from here on out. I thought I'd come see it with my own eyes. Guts. So, you're really serious about leaving? No matter what? Oh shit. Long live His Majesty the King! The sponsors appear. You go on ahead. I'm gonna enjoy the air a bit more. Can't stand listening to the king drone on. Don't be long. You got it. Hang on. Huh? Nah. Never mind. Say it! Say it, God! Say it! There's one more reason I showed up tonight. She and the rest of the Hawks don't have a clue. What's in the works here tonight? Ain't that a little cruel, Griffith? Oh. So obviously we know that the message that Minister Frost got is about Griffith knowing about their ploy. So Griffith basically told Guts what to do. Guts is standing by, right? The same way as what happened with General Julius, right? I don't know if Griffith is ordering Guts to assassinate somebody, but Guts is definitely holding by, standing by. He knows what's up. He knows the plan that is about to be enacted to Griffith, and he knows Griffith's plan to counter that. At least that is what I'm thinking. I could be wrong. First and foremost, we have good news for all of you. A short while ago, a special envoy from Chudda brought word that an armistice agreement with our kingdom has been signed. Isn't that great? Isn't that wonderful? Peace. We thank from our hearts all those who have endured this lengthy trial along with us. There are more than a few who speak out in opposition to this armistice. Hatred of Chudda among those who have lost friends and loved ones to the war has no doubt persisted for 3 generations. We sincerely sympathize with them. However, the rebuilding of our wearied kingdom is far from urgent. Hereafter, we must focus that strength towards kingdom's prosperity. As you all know, the Band of the Hawk, led by Count Griffith, demonstrated exceedingly great merit leading to this armistice. The recapture of territory has been our kingdom's most fervent prayer since the days of the 2 kings prior. Oh, he's talking about us. He's talking about us. It has continued to be said these 100 years that the capture of Doldry was impossible. But with their bold, unique brand of valor, they have finally accomplished it. This is a bit hasty of us, but it is a time for celebration, and thus we shall inform all of you. Excuse me, please let me through as Casca comes in. She's the Hawk's Lady Commander, my. At the military award ceremony 2 days hence, we plan to present Count Griffith and the Band of the Hawk with the Midlands Army's highest ennoblement, the White Title. Perhaps, appropriately, as the White Phoenix General Griffith and the White Phoenix Knights. Also we shall unite all of the Band of the Hawk's current unit commanders without exception and raise them to the peerage. The White Phoenix General, he said the White Phoenix Knights, fantastic, that's wonderful. White Phoenix General Griffith? I don't believe it. We're gonna be nobles. Casca doesn't know about this. Griffith and Guts probably know about this though. Griffith looks at Guts. Love that shot. Guts looks back at Griffith. Guts is happy that Griffith is happy. Griffith is happy because Griffith is happy. Ah, my heart. I hate it. I hate it. I love it. I hate it. I hate it. I love it. I hate it. I hate it. I love it. I hate it. Guts is happy for Griffith. He is happy that his friend is getting the dream that he wanted. Griffith is happy because all of his friends, all of his people, all of his followers, including Guts, has helped him reach this point. And the next chapter is called Tombstone, a flame. Well, we know who is a phoenix, so. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna take a break and then we'll continue on with these next set of chapters. Tombstone, a flame. Chapter 1. To White Phoenix Knights! White Phoenix General Griffith! Clap, 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 clap. Everybody's congratulating everyone, including Casca. Casca's like, oh, okay. And then Guts, looking from the sidelines. This world is not for Guts. Guts knows this. That's why he's fine with all of this. He's like, nah. You guys can have all this victory, but nah, that's not for me. I'm happy for all of you guys, though, but this life isn't for me. That's basically Guts, right? Meanwhile, all of the dudes are like, what? This has become extraordinary. Yay, that's great! Your life will end soon enough. Intoxicate yourself with your delusions of grandeur while you still can. Well, my queen, you don't know that Minister Foss knows that Griffith knows about the plan, so there's a high chance that the plan isn't going to happen at all, because Minister Foss probably, he probably cancelled all of that plan knowing what is about to happen, or knowing what will happen if he does. So you are on your own. Speaking of, it's about that time, Minister Foss. Whatever is the matter? You don't look like you feel well. That isn't like you. You certainly aren't afraid now. No. It's not that. Please pull yourself together. And off they go. The poison has been... Okay. Here you are, sir. Thank you. Now then, to the birth of our young new heroes, and to the shining future of Midland. Let me through. A toast. Griffith. Did Griffith actually drink it though? Because not yet, at least. Not in this panel. Not yet, at least. He's about to. If this was in an anime or in a adaptation, then there should be like music swelling in, and then cuts to Griffith, music stops. Well, he drank He fell. He collapses. Well, that was pretty sad, but I think that's the end of Berserk. Nothing happens after this. Griffith died. Everything kind of, everything went accordingly. The Band of the Hawk mourns him. Guts also mourns him, and then he moves on. Pretty good story. I wish. No, Griffith has plot armor. He is going to live. Probably with vengeance and vendetta, because now he knows that he's trying to be assassinated, so. He's faking it. I don't remember this at all. I don't remember this at all during like the Golden Age adaptations at all. I don't remember this. I remember the ball being a pretty good moment, but then that's it. I don't remember afterwards. The only thing that I remember is after the ball, Guts left, and we had that showdown between Guts and Griffith. That is what I remember. I do not remember this at all. I don't think it's even adapted at all. I don't even remember the Queen. So this is new. So he's faking it. I feel like Griffith is faking it. Because I don't see him like that is like, this is not an angle for you to drink, right? You need to do that, but no, he just touched it, right? So I feel like I don't know. I feel like he is faking it. But if he is faking it, then what's gonna happen next? Like, that part I do not know. Screams, Griffith! Charlotte falls to her knees. Highness! Charlotte! God, seal the hall, don't let anyone out! Minister Foss is like, It worked? It worked? I guess it worked. I think it works. I hope it does. Actually, I wonder if Griffith is using this. I wonder if Minister Foss is now on Griffith's side. Because Minister Foss, he doesn't really care too much about like who he is siding with. He is siding with whoever it is that is winning. If Griffith knows about the plan, is it possible that Minister Foss would eventually side with Griffith on this whole charade? Essentially, because like Griffith knows that Minister Foss is the one who, tried to assassinate him, right? In the previous chapters, we got that little exchange before the Battle of Doldry, right? So I'm curious, like I'm curious if Griffith actually convinced Minister Foss, like, hey, I can kill you. I know what you did. So here's what I want you to do. You are my pawn now. We're gonna do this, and that. You need to follow my orders. You need to follow my rules. I wonder. What the fuck are you wearing? I love it though. It's very drippy, but what is that? I'm imagining like some, I don't know, some. It is reminding me of Zoro. It is kind of reminding me of Zoro from his look and the hat and all that stuff. That was easy. I just made more money than commoners like us could get from 10 years of honest work. This means farewell to that boring dishwashing job. I just need to get away from the city tonight. Dude, big mistake. Big mistake. Obviously, Griffith knows what is about to happen. Obviously, Guts knows what is about to happen. Yeah, Griffith is probably just faking all of this. The signature move. Slice them in half. Off with the head. I never expected things to proceed so well. It seemed too easy. Everything went according to Minister Foss's arrangement. Your skills are most impressive. No, not at all. Yes, it was impressive, Minister Foss. Ah, I am grateful. What is wrong? Your face is pale. It must be your imagination. A trick of the candlelight. But we really are safe, yes? What of the slim chances that server is caught and speaks of it? Our names would be made public. You didn't worry over that point. A little while ago, a report came in from one of my subordinates that he had been disposed of. Oh, then you've taken care of all the loose ends. What a tactician! The minister was overqualified for this. Ah, man. So one of your subordinates, if is there a chance that his name is Guts? Well then, I shall go check on the pandemonium. And then he locks them up. It's like, yeah, tie up all of the loose ends. Yeah, and all of the loose ends are in that room. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Minister Foss, you have been played. You have been used for now, and then soon after which your how do I put this? You're gonna be used by Griffith until you're no longer useful. Until your requirements are no longer necessary, right? Now our Midland army can finally regain its former dignity. Sure enough, a common-born White Phoenix general. Outrageous. Low-ranking soldiers mustn't be allowed such arrogance. It nearly made for a heinous precedent. The center of government in this kingdom must always be reserved for those of us from dignified bloodlines. And yet, that man of humble origins tried to... What do the people know about ruling a kingdom? We almost became the laughingstock of the world. Now that it's done for, I thank you all for your support. Thanking us? This was all made possible by Her Majesty's backing. With this, he can rest in peace. Oh. Well. Well. The tombstone for the Phoenix, huh? Oh, what's the smoke? Something's been pushed against the door on the outside and it won't budge. What? Move aside. Fire! What is this? Everything is in flame. What is the meaning of this? Griffith. Oh, Griffith. The phoenix who died and was reborn once again through the fire. That is great. Oh, I mean, I don't know how to feel about this. Like, the queen... Look, the queen can be a piece of shit, but at the same time, it's like... The queen's reasoning is kind of, you know, it's like... Well, yeah, no shit, the queen is after you. You killed it. Yeah, It sucks. It sucks, but... Yeah, I mean... Yeah. That's what you get for trying to fight Griffith. Tombstone of Flame. Griffith? Great shot. Not even gonna scream. She screams Griffith's name. How? The doctors were sure you were dead. And I'm sure it's... Wait, they are they're like pretty high up. Like they should be yelling. Especially with the sound of like the crackles and the building collapsing. And I'm sure it seemed that way. That's how I arranged it. It was not poison that passed my lips, it was a nostrum. A Hyoscyamus? A something base mixture that put me in a temporary stasis close to death. Naturally, if I had taken a fatal dose, I really would have died, but it was worth the risk. Thanks to it, I was able to deal with all of you at once. Spare me, I was simply called upon by Her Majesty and Minister Foss. I had no direct involvement in it. Silence, you fool! In any case, it seems all of you are too accustomed to scheming over things from behind your desk. This is war. There are no spectator seats on the battlefield. Damn you, Griffith! So you mean to kill me? Just like you killed Julius? A mere commoner like you is going to burn me, the Queen of Midland, to death? I won't allow it. I won't acknowledge it. Lady. It's happening. Lady, it's happening. You won't acknowledge it. You're being ignorant to the fact. Look behind you. You are dying. You are burning. Those who die on the battlefield are not loyalty, nobility, or commoners. They are the defeated who die. Well, she was barely a character. she was barely a character. She got her moment for like 2 chapters and then that's it. Minister Foss just sitting right there, hiding. It is over, says Griffith. What's the matter? A man of your caliber, trembling? Is such a thing so rare within the court? Are you frightened? Because you betrayed your comrades? Or is it because you took part in the assassination of a queen? I want to ask you one thing. How did you come to know about our plan? I didn't know about it. Then, why me? But you are different, Minister Foss. I had predicted you would become my enemy. Ever since that morning I deployed. That time. You caught sight of my eyes then. I knew from that time that you would never permit my existence. How? At that instant, your eyes betrayed your fear. That is a cold-ass line. When a man is faced with something he truly fears, he cannot ignore it. He has only 2 options. He can become subordinate and fall under its wing, or he can strike it out and erase the fear. I've long known that there were more than a few amongst the conservatives in court who did not think well of me. But I wasn't able to determine specifically who they were. But someone as shrewd as you was certain to round them up and go about trying to remove me. Though, still, that the Queen herself would play a part was unforeseen. How could this be? Just from our eyes meeting that instant? Have I been dancing to this man's tune ever since then? Yes, you are. Yes, the reason I can't stop trembling isn't because I betrayed my comrades, nor was it that I was an accomplice to the Queen's murder. It's him. It's that man. It's that this man is dreadful. He bows down. There's no longer any need for this blood oath I confiscated. With our mutual future in mind, let us not allow some silly enmity to linger between us. I hope we can be amicable henceforth. How? How, when he's done so much, can he smile innocently that way? Come this way, Minister. I will return to you what I promise. Minister Foss, if I were you, I would run. I would run. Oh. Elise. Father. Elise, you're safe. You don't need to worry now. Father. Call it an emotional reunion, eh? But this was one tough job. We had to stake out the kid's lesson schedule for a week, then wait for her to leave a carriage. Though, you were the one who made the arrangements, sir. Of course, as promised, we were courteous with her. We didn't give her a single spanking, even if she screamed. What? Well, at least you kept your promise, so good. Good work. Here's the rest of your reward. Oh, money. If you need anything else done, please call on us. We would very much like to continue dealing with you for a long time, sir. We'll be on our way then. All of them died from guns. No loose ends. What did I say? What did I say? And that was simple, not to mention profitable. Hope he hires us again. Come on, if he tries to cut ties with us, we'll just use this kidnapping against him. Who's there? Who the hell are you? Dead. Looks like it's over. Yeah. That takes care of it. All of it. To think they threw their lives away for chump change. Well, I guess it beats a soldier's meager wage. Leave it there. The money's theirs by right. They did the work to earn it. Leave it with them. Money's the key to all doors. Hell of a waste. Is it safe to let the little bald guy go? Yeah. I think he's learned today's lesson. I cannot predict the future, but probably. What do you mean, probably? We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But you know, the council's gonna be upset again by all this. This one night's seen a mountain of corpses with the queen on top. Thankfully, not one person who could name you is still around. I doubt anyone ever suspects someone who nearly died pulling it off. Does it seem cruel? Huh? I involved you in this filthy scheme and I didn't even get my hands dirty. I'll have all the dangerous taxing work to you. Do you think that I'm cruel? Idiot. Baka. What kind of question is that for the guy who killed 100 men? Ain't this part of the path to your dream? You believe that, don't you? So what's with this crap? Now, of all times. Yeah, you're right. Let's head back as he slaps Griffith's back. Dead men don't walk around. Oh, look at all of these two, all lovey buddies. Interesting question, though, that Griffith asked. Do you think that I'm cruel? Huh. Off they go. You gotta get back quick so Casca and the others will stop worrying. You were dead, so you probably don't know. Huh? Casca showed up at the celebration wearing a dress. Really? It's quite a sight to see. Tombstone of Flame. N. Love the silhouette shot of the both of them though. Really great. Alright, so I just got back from taking a bit of a break, and I was debating on whether or not I want to continue with the next chapters of Berserk, and I realized that the next couple of chapters of Berserk will be essentially the departure of Guts and him leaving the Band of the Hawk, and I feel like that deserves its own separate video. And in regards to this video, I feel like all of the chapters that we just covered, we pretty much ended on a really good place. We end this part of our journey with Berserk in an ending that I feel like is appropriate to it's a good place to end, essentially, right? This whole thing is involving the schemes and the ploy to assassinate Griffith, and then the Uno reverse card that Griffith gave to the Queen and Minister Foss and everybody else, and it ends with Guts and Griffith just leaving and going back into the rest of the Band of the Hawk. So yeah, I do feel like this is a good place to end. So because I am cutting the reaction a bit short, then you might as well just spend the rest of the video just talking about some of the things from these set of chapters, because I didn't really discuss much about the chapters themselves. It was mostly me reading the dialogue and reacting, but not much so discussing the events that happen. So I do absolutely enjoy and love the ball sequence in the beginning chapters, right? Of how each of the characters have their own perception of like, oh hell yeah, we're going to the ball, we're gonna be famous, we're gonna be great, and then there are other characters that are not really comfortable about that. You know, like, this isn't really the life that they were expecting, and yet here it is. They are given the life of luxury, the life of essentially the rich and nobility, and for some of them, yeah, that is exactly what they want, but for the others, it is a stark contrast with the lives that they had before, and they are so accustomed to those previous, their previous life in war, in battle, in the Band of the Hawk, that it becomes normal to them. And now they are in a place that is not normal. This is not right for them, right? I would, like, for Guts, that's like pretty obvious, but with Casca, I would say that is subtly hinted at. You know, like Casca being, wearing this dress, while beautiful as she is, even Guts is sort of enamored by it, like, whoa, right? But even Casca's like, yeah, I would rather, be wearing something else. And I love that exchange between the two of them. I do enjoy the slow romantic progression between the two of them. I do feel like these are moments, and this is development that I find missing when I was watching the Golden Age arc movies and bits and pieces of the TV adaptation, because that is the thing about it, right? Especially with the Golden Age arc movies, they showed that Casca and Guts, form this relationship. They show it. I believe it. It's sweet. But I just don't see the full development of it. It's like, I fully understand how the both of them can be together, but it's missing a couple of spices here and there, So this is kind of giving me all of that. This is making me feel more, oh yeah, I believe it then, it's more believable now. And it's making me love the relationship more. So I guess that is kind of the point, right? Where I believed the relationship when I was watching the Berserk adaptations, but I wasn't emotionally connected with that relationship. Now, I do. Now I'm feeling like, hell yeah, Guts, go for it. Like yes, like I feel this like wholesomeness. I want more of it. That means that I am connected to this relationship and I want more of it, right? So that is good. That is good on this part of Berserk. I really enjoyed that set of moments in these chapters. The things that I am not sure how I feel about is the Queen. So I mentioned during the read through that the Queen is bad because we made her bad. You know? Like, the Queen, really, she's doing all of this because we killed General Julius. We kind of created this monster, right? So, yeah, maybe the Queen is a heartless bitch. I mean, I don't know that. I don't see how she treats Charlotte as much as what the glimpses that we saw before, but the Queen, really, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just me, because I don't want to defend the Queen, but at the same time, I'm like, the Queen didn't really do a lot of things, quote-unquote, wrong. She's just taking revenge on a character that we hate. The Queen isn't necessarily evil in this sense. And I don't know. Because it's one thing when a story is trying to depict the morally gray area where none of the characters, both on either side, are good or bad, because you're supposed to feel, ooh, I don't know about this. Our characters are all Vikings in Vinland Saga, for example. Like, I love Ashkelad. I love all of these people. Like, they're great characters. I love Thorfinn. And then they all murder and pillage all of this village and kill all of the innocent people there as well. So, ooh, you know, but that is not the case here. Because here, it's, I don't know, it's like, I don't think the Queen is bad, but the manga is depicting that she is bad. There are plenty of panels where she is just straight up being depicted as like this evil queen, or like, you will rue the day, Griffith, how dare you, you will never see the light of day again, and yada 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 yada. But she is acting evil. She is portrayed as someone who is evil. But I don't think she is inherently evil, and that is where the problem lies, for me at least, because I'm kind of conflicted. Yes, it's trying to show that, yeah, Griffith is the one that we should be rooting for, but really? Is Griffith really the guy that we should be rooting for here? But, you know, when in war, you know, all that stuff, but I don't know. I honestly don't know how to feel. I don't feel that euphoric, hell yeah, the Queen died, go for it, yes, you know, like, I don't feel that. I don't feel that at all. Cause this whole plan is technically Minister Foss's plan. He is the one who kind of roped everybody in. Even Griffith himself says that, yeah, you were the bad guy, Minister Foss, but I know that you are going to be getting a lot of the people who hate me into one room, and you're going to discuss your plans and scheme and all that stuff. But that just means that Minister Foss is the guy who we should be, you know, who we should be cheering for their death. But Minister Foss didn't die. He actually was the one who escaped unharmed. And then he meets with his daughter, and they both apparently live happily ever after, for now at least. And I'm like, I mean, I guess good for him, good for the daughter, yeah, but I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel. Maybe it's my own perception that is wrong, but to me, the way I perceive these set of chapters is essentially, I just watch the mastermind that is trying to kill one of our main protagonists at the time, right? I'm treating Griffith as a protagonist, just like Guts in this instance. You know, like Griffith and Guts are the protagonists of the Golden Age arc. You know, like we are still in that era. We haven't reached the point where Griffith becomes truly evil and becomes the antagonist just yet. He is still technically the protagonist of this arc, right? One of the protagonists of this arc. So I'm reading the mastermind behind the attempted assassination of one of our main characters. 2 times, by the way. 2 times he tried to assassinate Griffith and both failed miserably. I'm watching this character who wants to kill one of our main characters leave unscathed. But his minions, the people who he told what to do, even General Julius, because General Julius, he got the plan to kill Griffith through Minister Foss, right? Minister Foss was the one who was like whispering to General Julius's ears, like, so what if the arrow missed and hit Griffith instead? Wink, 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 wink. He was the one who implanted that idea to General Julius. No doubt that he is also the one who implanted the idea for the Queen and the rest of the people in that staff as well. And they're the one who got the sharp end of the stick, and Foss is the one who got reunited with his daughter and they leave. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. I genuinely don't know. Like, I'm actually conflicted. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it, and I don't know how to approach it, because every fiber of my being is telling me that that is wrong. So unless some of you can convince me otherwise, let me know in the comment section down below. Like I want to know your thoughts, your opinions, and all of this, and like, how do you feel? Maybe there's something that I completely missed. Maybe there's like a different message, because look, in the end, Griffith also tells us like, yeah, maybe he learned today's lesson, you know, and all that stuff. But like, so he learns the lesson. The guy who wants to kill you learns the lesson and becomes the good guy. Okay, good. But the rest of the people who he hired, they died. It's not like they wanted to kill Griffith. They wanted to kill Griffith because Minister Foss tells them that they're gonna get like rewarded for helping him. So like, I don't know. I don't know how to feel. Please, if some of you can convince me otherwise, let me know in the comment section. Like genuinely, give me a different perspective. Give me a different perspective to, you know, to make me understand a different point of view and a different message in all of this. Because, you know, like, as with every other story, I want to like all of them. Berserk has been phenomenal. This has been great. I just feel like for this specific moment, I'm like, I don't know. So maybe there's a reason why they cut all of this from like the Golden Age adaptations, because I do not remember any of this. So maybe there's a reason why they didn't put it in the first place. I don't know. This whole thing just feels kind of, I don't know. I love the camaraderie that they're trying to show between Guts and Griffith, though, towards the end. Like, that is good. I'm just not sure about, like, the whole, we're killing all of the people who are opposing Griffith, which is fine, but we're killing the people who isn't really the mastermind of the plan. We are letting the mastermind of all of this go unharmed. That's where the problem lies. I don't know, man. It's like if the devil tells his minions to kill the main protagonist, and then the main protagonist is like, I forgive you, Mr. Devil. But then the minions all got killed either ways. It's like, I don't know. Again, please, let me know in the comment section down below what you think about these chapters. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? If you disagree, let me know why, because I would absolutely want to know why. Because I am kind of treating this through, like, a one-sided perspective, or just my own perspective. I don't know how other people see this. Maybe they see something completely different that I am not seeing. So once again, let me know in the comment section down below. And that is pretty much it for this video of Berserk, this review reaction discussion of Berserk. Thank you all so much for tuning in. As I mentioned, if you do enjoy it, hit the like, subscribe, leave your comments in the comment section down below, just like I've been nagging about for the past couple of minutes. Early access, if you want to see the next part of my read through of Berserk, you can get it from the Patreon, links in the description below as well. See you all next time for the next read through of Berserk, which I'm sure will be a pretty hefty one considering I know what is about to happen next. Take care, everybody. Have a nice day. Peace.